Welcome to the challenge, everybody. I am so happy you are here. I am not alone in the studio. We have some special guests today. On the other side, we have Lily and...
What's going on?
Who is this guy?
I'm Epic.
That's Epic.
You're so great.
So great. But
So
we're
great.
super excited to have you here at the challenge. We have so much planned for today, so many games and teaching. It's going to be a good day. But if you were not in the GoToMeeting and you are here live in the chat room right now, make sure you go to our GoToMeeting. What the GoToMeeting? You're like, what the heck is the GoToMeeting? It is a meeting. We have like a Zoom meeting. We play games and we just talk about the rads of our week. So what good things happen during the week, and so we want you there. You can go to unlockchurch.com, go to small groups at the top, and you can find the challenge small group right there. So
Joey,
we want to see you there. Yes,
Joey,
Lily.
what's your rad of the week?
My rad of the week is the Winter Olympics, which we just had.
So fun.
It was literally so fun. Epic. Was it fun? You were there.
Yes,
It
there it
was
is. Look,
amazing.
hey, that was it.
That was it.
That-
There's a
look at that
picture
beautiful
of the
photo.
night in the dark
So
on the ice rink
good.
playing broom ball right there. I mean,
Yes.
One of the best games.
Brendan breaking a stick.
Yes,
Always
Brendan.
breaking stuff. I'm just kidding, but I don't know why I had to say that. Epic. Okay, we got to talk about best highlight of the night. Okay,
Oh.
highlight of the night.
Right here, bud. Right here.
This
Look at the
night?
camera.
Phone back. Okay.
Highlight. What's the best thing that happened?
Probably winning the Hydro Flask.
Yeah,
You won?
baby.
You won the whole event. I'm just kidding.
no.
I was there. I know. I saw it. You won the whole. You were MVP of like the whole thing.
Yeah.
How'd you win that hydro flask? Can you explain
Go,
to people
Epic.
that might be in Florida or Canada?
Yeah. How'd you win?
How'd you win that?
I won shooting a hockey puck through Lily's leg.
Killing it. He
Okay,
was
wait, hold on. But I feel like we need to explain that.
Okay.
So, Epic was on one side of the court, like where Joey is, and I was at the goal.
court?
The ice rink.
Thank you.
Okay. Epic was on one side of the court, the ice rink, and I was at the goal, and I was in front of it. Like
this.
To make it harder to get the puck in between, more of a narrow space, and he did it.
And he
It
did
was
it.
so epic.
So epic. Lily, what's your highlight?
Of the week?
Either the week or the Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics was when I had a great conversation with my friend Summer, and Roslyn had to be there or else you won't ever know about it. Literally ever, because I will never tell you about it. Roslyn and Summer, shout out. Love you guys.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
My highlight was watching you guys draw the United States in the snow without trying to make like a bunch of foot marks. That was hilarious.
Okay,
to
second
watch.
highlight.
That
Can
was
we go to
hilarious.
the wide shot? Second highlight was when they were doing the Olympics, and then all of a sudden, Brendan runs through the entire.
I'm making the Mississippi.
I'm making the Mississippi River, and he's like stomping through the snow. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. If you didn't know, the Mississippi River runs through the United States.
Did you know that?
Yes.
I
It
did.
runs from the tippy top all the way down to like somewhere in Louisiana, I think.
How do I not know this?
Is that right?
It's all right. We're
could
here
be
to
wrong.
teach you
I have no
things here
idea.
at the challenge.
We're here
So
to
if you
teach
don't
you
know
most
things,
things.
we got a lot to learn today.
Yeah,
And
so
you'll find out later. You're gonna learn some new things, and we'll talk about that later. But thank you guys. The challenge this last week was to build something with pencils. And I let you guys be creative with how you do that, what you make, what you might do, and you guys did such a good job. So we have two parts to the challenge video. We have part 1 and then part 2 you will see later. So if your video is not in the part 1, do not freak out, okay? But actually, backing up, I'm erasing, backing up.
Back it up.
Okay? If you were not at Winter Olympics, I want you to write in the chat right now where you are from. Text the number, our Unlock Church number. Text that number and tell us your address. We want to send you something. We have a gift for you. So if you were not at Winter Olympics and you don't live in Minnesota and we're not able to come, we want to send you a personalized gift. And so text the number at 651-276-8797. I'm going to say that again.
Someone write it in the chat.
Someone write it in the chat. I'm going to
Yeah.
say it again. 651-276-8797.
8797.
So
Oh, wait,
hopefully someone wrote it down.
Epic.
I will write it down.
Epic.
What?
Can you do it?
Do you know it?
Nope.
Come on, try.
2797.
You got the right numbers. Close. You're close.
Close.
We'll train him up. He'll be back next week to do it. Maybe.
But back to the challenge video. You guys did a great job, so I want you to check out the first part of the first one. So check it out.
This sea cow was named Picture of the Year by some big French museum because it is an amazing picture drawn entirely out of pencil and framed by pencils. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Legend, back with another one. Today we're doing our pencil. So we're skinning pencils and we're gonna make a cool looking log cabin. We have all of our pencils here. Let's start the intro. Alrighty, so we're here cutting our pencils. It is a giant workout. And as you know, my assistant Hank, he will not be showing up here today. He got the flu. And no one wants that. He got emotional. We all know. He's at his house puking right now. It's really sad. Anyway, nobody cares about that right now. Let's go back to what we're doing. We're making a log cabin out of pencils, guys. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully I don't chop my finger off by the end of this, because that is a real possibility. Okay, we need to cut 21 more pencils to get this cabin. We have our green-skinned pencils right here. They look good. Hank would explain, but he's got so yeah, we're gonna skin all these pencils in plenty of time. So by the time you'll see next, we'll be done with these pencils and we'll get to the building part of the project. Now what we need is a construction helmet. Just picture one right around here. Just picture one. Because I mean today I'm going to do some construction. Literally. I'm woodworking. Yes, woodworking. Alright, see you back here in about a second. Alrighty, we're back from cutting and skinning these. Well, we're already started the building process and we've completely ditched the game plan. We've now cut them. We cut them from this to this. Hey, I know you think I'm a liar. It's all right. I can change my mind, people. Don't get mad at me. Yeah. Alrighty, we're done with our cabin. In my perspective, it looks great. Here's a picture of it right here, and then a couple different angles. Here's angle 1 right here, angle 2 up there, and angle 3 right there. Yeah, it turned out way better than I thought. As you can see, there's a little reef. Check that out right down here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you in the next one. If you want to check out some of my other videos, go right there. And if you want to, yeah. See you next week. Bye.
I mean, those videos, like,
You
that
guys,
was impressive.
I mean, really, you guys are so creative. It's kind
It's
of
so
unreal.
funny.
Like, it's kind of like Joey, mind blown. 1, 2,
Like,
3.
Boom! Like,
Cha, cha, cha.
sometimes I'm like, can I think of that? I probably can, but
I don't think there was ever a time that, how old?
13.
13-year-old Lily was like, I'm gonna make a pencil house out of pencils log cabin.
well, did
That
your
took a long time.
youth
That
pastor
well.
ever
You
ask
should have
you
made
to
a
do
little
that?
pencil stick
I probably
figure.
wouldn't have done it that well.
It took a long time, guys.
Wait,
That's all I'm
if
gonna say.
I was encouraged to do a pencil challenge, I probably would have
I would have.
taken away my cheerleading pom poms and used a pencil.
I would have drawn something.
Face palm,
probably.
1, 2, 3.
I
What do you
started
got?
at 9 o'clock in the morning and got done at like 7:30.
I mean, you guys are
All day.
amazing.
Dedication right there.
And we got some that participated in the challenge in the chat today. Hi, everyone.
Yes.
I'm monitoring
Hello.
the chat.
Yeah, monitoring the chat.
Make sure you guys
Ryan,
are
you
on.
calling me Joel, bro?
Do you not
That
like
is my
being
name.
called Joel?
No, I don't.
All right, boys. What do you think?
Nobody calls me
What do you
Joel.
think his
except-
middle name is?
Yeah. What,
Anyone know?
What's
I
my
have
middle
no
name? Right in the
clue.
chat. What do you think it is?
Rick.
What do you think it is?
That's
Say more.
Rick. And then what? She didn't have one.
I don't know.
You got to guess.
Okay, how about this? It starts with a C.
Conrad.
Oh, you even know?
Connor?
I know because I remember your wedding invitation.
Oh.
Connor?
Nope, not Connor. All right.
It is Curtis.
It's Curtis.
Joel Curtis Sonnenfeld.
All right.
I'm a big old Kurt.
Get down to the basics here.
See Noah
All
in
right.
the chat.
We're
Ava
unlocking
Block,
secrets.
Ryan,
Yes.
Johnny, Summer.
Everyone.
So good.
Noah's guess was David. Not right. Sorry. Okay, why are these guys hanging?
Well, you might be wondering. Yes, we,
What are they doing here?
we decided to have Legend Jack up here today. We did a love letter to dogs. Lily, Kristen, and I did,
did.
about 3 weeks ago or
So
something
fun.
like that. So fun. And so we're thinking like every other week we might have this like love letter deal to different things. And so Legend and Jack wrote a love letter to an Amazon gift card. And
Amazon. Wait.
I'm
what?
an Amazon gift card. Yes,
Really,
like they
boys?
wrote a love letter.
Okay, let
to,
me- I
not
have
a
a
girl
question.
to an Amazon
Oh,
gift card.
Please stop, please stop.
No, wait. I have a question. Boys, in any way, would this reflect?
Here we go.
Look me in the eye.
I am, but you're not looking at me.
In any way, would this reflect how you might possibly,
Write a love letter.
No,
in another time,
no. My
try
answer's
to
no.
get the gal?
Nope. Never in a million years
Maybe.
people on
Oh, Jack says maybe. Oh,
Jack says
hey.
maybe.
Okay, should we get right to it?
No, we should
I think-
skip this
Like,
whole
I'm
thing.
very
No,
excited.
you don't want to write. You
No,
don't
I do. I just want to skip whatever just happened there. Let's never talk about that
All
again.
right, you guys are gonna vote who has a better love letter. I think we're gonna start with Legend.
It's
No,
gonna be
we're
me.
going-
No, we're starting with
Oh,
Legend.
they
'cause I
already
said so.
decided. They decided already.
Wait, no, I
Who's going
didn't.
first? I thought you said
yeah,
you wanted to
you
go
said
first.
you were going first. Like, stop.
No, I didn't.
I said Legend, so Legend's going first.
Leader rules.
So Legend, let's hear your love letter to the Amazon gift card. I would love to hear why you love
Okay.
love it.
Okay, guys, we're getting down to the basics here. This is deep, right from the heart, guys. let's just go. Dear Amazon gift card, I love you so much. I love that you have an app I can spend you on. But then again, you cost so much. You make me pay $10 to get you. But you come with such joy. You give me such things like a remote control car. But you are not always available for me to have. See you in my hand when I win the challenge for this week.
Ooh!
Amazon gift card, always Legend.
Wow. Mic drop. He just dropped it. That was good. That was
amazing.
good.
Burn that piece of paper.
I got
Why would
that
you burn
on
that?
video.
That was a great love
That
letter.
was
You gotta
awesome.
give that to your
Legend.
Amazon gift card
We
if
have
you
it
win
on
it.
videotape.
I got that on video, even here, for my records, for when that
Nope.
special lady comes along. And I'm just going to be like, you
Stop,
got a good
please.
one.
This
Stop.
is how
You
you
got a
started.
good one.
Stop.
All right, I'm
This
done.
is the beginning.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Stop.
I just like
We
really
can-
excited for you.
So that we're supposed to write these love letters, and now it's turned into, oh, are you gonna get the girl, guys?
Oh gosh.
you're
Okay.
amazing.
I love the camera, guys. It just makes me feel me.
I don't even, like,
Right.
what world am I in
This is-
now? Okay, are you
You're
ready?
in my
I don't know what's
Jack
going on.
is like so quiet.
He's so calm.
Let's
That's because he's
let's
not
just
used to
steal
the
the
camera,
stage.
guys.
Because Legend is like really like excited to be here.
And do you mind if I go jump in that camera over there?
And,
Can I come?
and
What?
Zach and Jack
Is there
is
room
like,
for three?
Is
He
there
says.
another one? Is there room for another one? Or
yeah,
can I
come
stand
on
next
over.
to
Go-
one?
go
You
on
have your
over.
chance. All done. Oh, here he is.
Hi, guys.
No.
I love this spot.
No. Okay, all right.
All right.
Wow.
Love letter time.
Hard to control middle school boys. I had no idea. Okay.
We're a middle school.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
just. Are you ready? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Okay. You think you're gonna beat Legend?
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we're not, Jack. I'm sorry.
I don't know. That's
All right,
tough.
let's
That's tough
set the
to beat.
mood. Let's
Even though
set
mine's
the mood.
shorter, it's probably better.
Let's set the
No,
mood. It's
you're
you.
so-
Okay, over there, boys. Peep down.
Yeah.
Set the mood. It's you and an Amazon gift card.
And the camera.
What do
A
you have?
human-sized Amazon
A
gift card
human-sized Amazon gift card looks like a piece of cake.
with googly eyes staring at me.
Let's see what you have to say.
Let's see what people think.
Okay.
Dear Amazon gift card, you have so much possibility. And for that, I say I love you, and I hope to see you again in my bank account. See you soon. Jack.
Love it.
Short, simple, and to the
Short
point.
and sweet.
Girls need,
Sometimes short and sweet
Amazon
is better
gift
than a
cards
long
need
love letter.
simplicity.
Because sometimes long love letters are just like a bunch of gooey ooey nonsense.
I mean, eventually it gets too long.
And
Right.
eventually
Yeah.
it turns into, oh, are you gonna
Okay,
get a girl?
so let's
Just a page
let's
of
look
words.
who's in the chat room saying.
Guys, I want thanks.
Who do you think won?
Me.
No,
Me!
Let's see.
No.
Me all the way!
Hey,
I'll
Ava,
check the chat.
Nobody's saying anything.
Guys,
won.
vote for me, please. Just
I need some
win.
votes.
Vote for me.
I honestly,
nah.
I'm voting for my guy on my camera. Legend.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
And
this
then
is the
lose,
last
we'll vote
I'll
for
say.
Jack.
But
This is the last
I don't-
I'll say.
I don't see it
Wait,
here.
this is the last I'll say. One of
What?
the high schoolers in the chat, currently in high school, older and wiser, my friends, older and wiser. He says, once you get to high school legend, it will be a different story about girls, not gonna lie. Woo! Okay,
Who
done.
said-
I'm
who
done.
said
I'm
that?
done. I'm
Who
done.
said
I'm
that?
done. I'm done. I'm done.
Who said that?
We'll be there for you all when you get there. We'll be there for you all when you get there. We have some
Jack, they're
experience,
going
so
Jack.
we're here to
Oh,
help.
Ledge. Emmeline said Ledge.
I'm gonna
Ava
win.
says Jack. Ava says Jack like 3-4
Okay,
times.
here's what we should do, Joe. We will send to the next part of the challenge video.
Yes,
We will tally it up.
we will.
We'll tell you who won. The boys will be
And
back inside watching.
The winner gets. I will be giving I have it over there, but I'm not going to go get it. Starburst. It's a big thing of
Ooh.
Starburst.
Huge.
So,
Oh, we get the entire bag?
actually, no. Yeah, you get Starburst. I have another candy for another challenge. You'll see. But
Yeah.
we have the second part of the challenge video.
I have a winner.
You do already?
I do,
Okay,
yeah.
who's the winner?
All right. The
don't
winner
actually-
is. Let me just make sure.
I'm just counting them all.
Jack,
Do
don't
do
be-
do 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 do.
Jack wins.
Yay!
Jack is the winner. Short and sweet.
Jack!
Sometimes short and sweet wins. Good job, Jack.
Yeah.
Legend.
Thank you all for
hey,
voting.
it's okay. Good
Short
job.
and simple.
Jack, will you share the Starburst with me?
Jack.
Probably.
Jack.
Yeah!
A couple
Right
of them.
Jack, right here. How do you feel? How do you feel, Joey, if you'll get the Starburst for
Good.
Jack? How do you feel for winning?
good, yeah.
Let's go.
Short and
Love it.
simple.
Oh, I thought you were going to get the Starburst.
Oh,
Short and simple, to the point.
here, Will.
Yeah.
Congratulations! You're the winner.
Winner!
And you'll share them with Legend. All right, boys.
Not all of them.
So hey, back to me. Like I was saying though, we are going to do this every once in a while, probably every 2 weeks or so, and we will have some new people up here every time we do it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. But back to part 2 of the challenge. So we have 2 more people that submitted a video. It's super good. So I want you to check it out, and then we will be back up for something amazing. So check it out.
I think I.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be making a one wheel with these pencils and a couple other things. So let's start the time lapse. Alright, that was pretty fun making it, and it's really cool. And we went through an entire box of pencils. It's a lot of pencils. Alright, but it's just really cool. I mean, look at that. Alright, yeah. So that is amazing. Now let's go to Kevin with the review. Thank you, Kevin. That was good review, good product review. I enjoyed it. But maybe you can fix the one move. I worked hard on that. But anyway, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hope you like it.
So, yeah, thanks for watching that. That's it. And there's my challenge, so, yeah, bye. You thought that was over. Yeah, you're wrong. So, I'm doing the challenge. The challenge was to do a design out of pencils. So, yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've started on it already. I'm making this. So I've colored, like, drew it out. And now I'm just going to trace it with, like, pencil on the outline. If you can't tell what it is, when I get it, like, cut out, like, with the pencils and stuff, I will have a plan B. So, yeah. So let's get to the pencil doing stuff or whatever, okay? Yeah. Alright, so yeah. I wrecked it all, colored it, and then I'm gonna color it. So yeah. I'm a Spider-Man lover. I'm a Marvel maniac, let's be honest. So yeah. So a couple people in the industry that like Marvel just as much as I do, so I'm gonna color this and then put all the pencils back on. So yeah, let's do this. Put them together, so we're almost done. I just gotta do like one more. We are done, baby. So yeah, I'm gonna show you it right now. So yeah. Boom. There it is. I colored it in so it doesn't just look block. And I think it's good. Resemblance. Just look at it.
So good! Oh my gosh, I just love those videos.
Super good.
As you can see, we have a new person in the studio today.
No, not us. We're not new.
We're not new.
We're not new.
We're not.
He's
no.
new.
He's new.
Brand new, never been on before.
And your name is?
I am Jordan Arnold.
Welcome.
Jordan Arnold. And if you did not know, I'm just going right into
Over
it.
to
This
us,
guy,
it's historic.
I don't know if it's like
Thank
an
you.
official thing, but the dude's a professional hunter. Like,
Professional.
It's like officially unofficial.
it's officially
So,
unofficial.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
That's
like,
amazing.
he's like,
We are in the
really good.
presence of a professional.
Like, seriously.
Okay, wait.
It feels-
In the chat right now, give him a shout out. Say hello.
Shout
Say
it out.
welcome. Okay. Make
Get those names
new
out
guests
there.
feel welcome.
Yes, yes, yes. But no, back to the challenges. Great job. You will have to wait till the very end to find out who
Oh,
the
I
winner
was
is.
just gonna announce the winner.
No, you
Whew.
will not.
We are not in sync.
No, we are not. We're Lily. Obviously, you know if you watch the One Wheel videos, we're never in sync.
This weekend we might be. So watch this weekend.
We just, I don't know.
Watch
we're
the
like,
race. Watch the race this weekend.
Look
We
at
might
she
be in sync.
because like we just talk over each other the whole time.
I know.
That's all we do.
No,
so
it's
it's like,
me.
or
That's
and
all
then
me.
or that's partially. But what we're gonna do is we have a little quiz, a hunting quiz, since we don't know a lot about hunting. This guy, the
Jordan.
professional hunter, Jordan over here,
I know a
knows-
little bit.
He knows a little bit.
A little bit. Enough to test these people.
Yes.
Okay.
And so he is going to test
Nervous.
us, and he's going to test you. So you will have to answer in the chat what the answers are. The person who gets the most answers correct, and we will go back into the chat like tomorrow and look at it, and you will win some candy as well. And so make sure you are guessing and make sure you are engaging in the chat room.
Yeah, participate.
Participate.
I'm gonna make
Don't-
sure you do.
Don't not participate. 'Cause that's
No,
just-
we need participation from everybody.
Yes.
From everybody.
So.
He
And
said.
next it's gonna be you two. You guys
Okay.
are the next participants.
Okay.
All right, Jordan. So what do we got, man?
That's
All
it.
right.
No
so
joke.
first I gotta see what is your guys' level of experience. Like,
Like-
never,
like hunting.
once, twice. Yeah, hunting.
Never in my life.
2 times.
How about like just like being in the woods? Have you guys just been in the woods and seen animals?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean that kind of
Well, I
counts
don't know
because
if
that's
I've
half.
seen animals.
That's most of hunting. You're just
It's
missing
just-
the one last part.
shooting. the animal.
Shooting, yeah.
Shooting the animal.
But
Okay.
everything else is pretty much the same.
Okay.
All right. So first question: deer have antlers, bucks do, and they drop off every year. What is that act called?
When
We
what
got on
is
the
it
screen.
called?
We got A, shedding. B, put it back on the screen for me. I don't know. B, molting or. if
Oh, like lava.
It's close.
C,
It's molten lava.
Mol-
Molting is. I'll explain after all.
C, rooting. Is it rooting?
Rutting.
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 Rut-
Okay.
I've never heard that in my life.
I don't know. You guys guess in the chat. I'm not
I'm
gonna look at your.
gonna
I'm not gonna look
go-
at your answers because I'm gonna worry about me.
We've got rutting. We've got another one for rutting.
I'm going.
I'm gonna go.
I'm going A.
Molten.
I'm going A.
Molting.
Shedding like a dog. That's what I'm going.
What
with.
is the
What's the
answer,
answer?
Jordan?
The answer is A.
Let's
Shedding.
go, baby!
Sounds like a dog, but no, you shed your antlers.
The
Birds
first person
molt.
to be right in the chat was Miss Delaney Gray. Good job, girl.
Nice
Let's
work,
go.
nice work. So
Delaney.
what were you saying?
So birds molt. So
Their
molten,
feathers?
it's not molten lava. Molt is
Molt.
they shed their feathers.
Oh,
Molt.
did you know they shed their feathers?
I don't know. You guys are all learning. I told you you're gonna learn something today, like not about the Mississippi River, like Lily and I teaching you. You got this
We
guy knows his
have real
stuff.
resources here. today.
Real. Okay, that was a good one. I 1 for 1.
Okay,
Let's go.
what's the next question?
All right, question 2. What is the largest species of deer? Now there are more than 30 species of deer within the United States, so there's a lot, and I've narrowed it down to 3 for you guys to make it a
Okay,
lot
we've
easier.
got elk, whitetail, or moose. I don't think moose is a deer, Joey.
I feel like all 3 of them are deer.
No, I don't know.
So
I don't think elk or moose are deer. Whitetail is a type of deer.
I
know
know
this,
that.
because
that's what
they
they
got
have in
that
Minnesota,
white
right?
tail.
they do have a white tail, a white butt.
Okay,
And-
that's you. No, okay. All right, moving on.
Moving on. I am going with C, moose.
Nope,
What are you
I'm
going?
going B, whitetail, baby.
Are those the final answers?
Final
Final
answers, but
answer.
write yours in the chat.
That's right in the chat.
All right, write it in
C,
the chat.
C, baby.
And
Who's
the
going
answer
who's going
is-
with me?
The answer is C, moose.
Go!
They're
Moose
huge.
it is.
What?
100%. 0 for 2. 2 for 2.
Oh,
Lily.
C, moose.
You got the
Delaney
next
is
one.
right again. Delaney.
She just leaves me. I thought it'd be a good.
Lily,
Okay.
how tall are you?
Normally,
No, on
or
a good day.
without this thing.
On a regular day.
5'3".
You could almost walk underneath a moose.
Oh my goodness.
How tall are moose?
They can reach up to feet around like 9 to 10 feet.
Wow, guys.
That's like a basketball.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
All I
They
know about
are-
moose
That's so
is
tall.
to don't get
Don't mess with them, right?
Yeah, they are. Whew, they are
No,
like
they're big.
Joey. Like
Yeah.
Except for way bigger.
They're territorial.
Get
You don't
it
want
out.
to meet into one in the woods. I've done it before. It was scary, but I'm still here. I'm
that's
alive.
scary.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad
Oh,
you're here.
okay.
All right.
Delaney wins again.
Of course.
For
She's
the
killing
second
it.
question. You're killing it, Delaney.
All right.
So it's between Delaney and Joey then. Because Joey's 2-0 right
I am
now.
2-0.
So that
Oh, Ryan's trying
two-time
to tell
hunting
me he was
experience is
first.
really coming
It's really
in.
helping out, even though I've never hunted
Don't
for a
worry,
deer.
guys. We'll go back in the chat. I'm just so excited to see how you do
Yes,
compared to
so
Joey and I.
excited.
We'll go back and make sure it's accurate
Yep,
for
we will.
the winner. Okay.
We will. So
okay.
relax on the winner.
Yeah.
You'll find out
Okay.
probably next week.
And next question.
Okay, next question. We're actually gonna switch species. So, what is the name of a male duck? Is it A,
Oh, species.
Drake,
He means like from.
B, mallard, or C, rooster?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I think we're both gonna get this right. If you
All
don't
I
get
can
this,
think
I'm
of
gonna- I
when he
don't-
says Drake is the rapper.
Yeah, me too.
Drake from
Drake.
State
And then
Farm.
rooster, I think of
A female
that red
chicken.
thing that hangs, right? Is that a rooster? Or am I wrong?
I'm going mallard.
I'm going mallard too. We're going.
And the answer is.
The answer is Drake. So
No.
mallard is a type of duck.
Why was that? You got me.
So a mallard are the ducks with just the really green heads. And yeah.
Oh.
So a drake is what?
A drake is a male, and then a hen is a female. Mallard is a species or a type.
What's a rooster?
A rooster is a male chicken.
Oh, I thought it was a female
pheasant.
chicken.
It's so a rooster
What's
is
a
actually the
female chicken?
definition of an upland game bird that is a male. Is
Wow,
rooster.
guys.
So pheasants, where's one of those? Yeah, pheasants, chickens, prairie chickens. Yeah,
Prairie.
they're like.
There is so much we don't know.
So much.
Like he just talks about
Seriously.
hunting.
Like this is like your school.
Animals,
You
hunting.
can teach your teacher something.
Yeah.
That's done both of you guys though. The look on your face was like
I-
actual surprise.
It was. It was a legit surprise.
That's amazing.
All
Okay,
right.
how many more questions do we have?
We have two more.
Two
We got
more.
two
Okay.
more. Two more
What's
questions.
the next question?
All right, so when you're hunting an animal and you're in the woods, you need to be in a type of structure that is going to keep the animal from seeing you because their senses are so good. What is that called? Is it A, a fort, a B, a blind, or C, shack?
I know this.
I do too. I'm just waiting for you to answer, but because I'm not 100%.
Okay, well,
I'm going B, blind.
Okay, that was my answer.
Oh, what?
You guys were pretty confident last time.
B, blind.
B, blind.
It's called
I'm
a
confident.
blind.
That is correct.
Let's go. Good job, Lil.
Let's let's go.
So some of the reasons why you have to be so protected is, so if you think a dog can smell good, deer can even smell better than a dog can smell.
Wait. Oh.
So
Deer can smell good. They smell good.
they smell better than a dog, like their ability to smell.
Oh, I thought he meant like this, like that
Well,
kind of,
kind of. Right?
that kind of
I
smell.
mean, that is.
No, like the way you smell. Oh. Okay.
Are you saying Joey smells good?
No,
All right.
The deer can smell us all. They're all around.
The deer probably smells.
I don't know what I even thought, guys.
I'm confused.
I just smelled Joey for nothing.
Anyway,
You know,
we're not
where's
made for
the
the woods,
deodorant
and
by
deer.
the
I know,
are
it's
the
there.
same smell.
Just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I'm self-conscious, everybody. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm not.
I didn't think you smelled. I was just trying to make a joke. Thanks.
All right. Next question.
All right.
Moving on.
This is
Okay,
the
sorry about that.
final
Sorry.
final
Students?
question.
Students are getting off track.
Okay, so there's a classification of when animals move generally throughout the time of day. What classification do deer fall into? Is it A, diurnal, B, nocturnal, or C, crepuscular?
B. Boom.
Guys, what are even those words?
B. Nocturnal means nighttime, right?
They move in the night.
They
I
move in the
also
night.
know that they move when it's warm out. No, yes, they move when it's warm.
But don't they?
Because
People
it's-
hunt
I
in the
will
winter and
say
stuff
that they
too.
move all the time.
Yeah.
What is
It's not like a bear
crepus-
where they hibernate.
What does crepuscular mean?
Crepuscular?
And diurnal?
I'll
do those
explain
mean?
those after your guys'
I'm gonna go
guesses.
B!
I'm going B.
No, I'm going B.
We're both going B.
No,
We both went B the last like 3 times.
Well, you guys are both wrong.
Oh.
It is crepuscular.
What's that again? You said?
Crepuscular.
Okay.
So that is animals that move the most during dawn and dusk, so at twilight periods. Nocturnal means that they move only at night generally, and then diurnal, which is what humans are, they move during the day. So we wake up in the morning and we go to bed at night. Deer wake up around 4 or 5. They're most active then, and then when the sun starts to come up, they go out to feed again, and then they go to bed.
Very interesting. Thank you, Jordan.
My brain
I know
just
I beat you.
I
so-
think we both
which
lost that
We
whole
both
quiz.
didn't do that well.
We got like a D- at best.
So we will go back in the chat to see who won out of all of you. But thank you, Jordan, for
Yes,
quizzing us because
awesome.
we learned a lot, and
So
hopefully you
fun.
learned a lot. But we have, what do we have next? We have.
We have Joey's about to spit some fire.
I just wanted to hear her say that
This
because.
guy is on fire.
Okay, now
We do have a video though to show.
we do have a video.
Yeah.
And so we have a video that will set up the teaching, and then I will be back up for the teaching. So
Spitting some fire.
let's check out this video. Here it is.
Together, we can serve our neighbor. Together, we can unify our community. Together, we can be light in the dark. Together, we can. We need each other. We rely on each other. We hold on to each other. Let's do this together.
I just love that video. I think it's just sets up the today's teaching so well. We're talking about how being a good sport in life, and not just on a team. If you play in a team, great. We're going to be talking about how to have good sportsmanship, but not just those of you that don't play a sport. You can still learn how to have sportsmanship even in all areas of life. And so that's what we are going to be talking about. But before we do, I have Jordan up here still, and I want to hear from Jordan on some deer stories. And so, Jordan, can you tell tell us of a time of when you were successful at deer hunting. So tell us a time of when you were successful, and how did you feel when you were successful at deer hunting?
All right, so this last year I took a trip to Montana. So I drove with one of my friends. We went out to Montana, and there was just snow everywhere. We were living in an ice house, and it was really cold. We had been unsuccessful for a couple days, and then this morning that we went out, it was negative 28 degrees. That is what it was like, these past 2 weeks. It has been cold. And we went out, and we were just tracking around, putting on miles. And the wind was blowing, and we were like, man, maybe we should go in because it has not been this cold in a long time. And we get up, and we start moving up over this hill, and there's a deer right there. We weren't expecting it. They were sitting just right behind us. They were doing the same thing we were, trying to get out of the wind. And we were able to put a sneak on them. So we snuck up. We got around like 250 yards, and I took the shot, and it dropped, and it was very satisfying. It was my first Western hunt, and it's also, you can just like look at the journey that you kind of went on to get to that point. Just the drive that you're doing, and then being out in the negative 28, like nothing about that is fun until you're done. Then when you're done, you look back and you're like, man, I'm really glad that I decided to still go out. So it's just a little bit of perseverance, and sometimes it takes the perseverance to get the buck.
Absolutely. Okay, that was good. I mean, negative 28, that sounds pretty bad, but and then you got the deer, and then
it made it all worth it.
It made it all worth it.
It wasn't cold anymore.
Okay, now tell me of a time. Now I want to hear of a time of an unsuccessful time that you've been hunting. Or has there been an unsuccessful, since you're a professional hunter, has there been a time where you haven't got anything?
There's been, most of the time I haven't gotten anything. You got to do a lot of sits to get a deer. But the one that's most memorable to me happened a couple years ago, and I was in a blind, and it was late season, and I had a rifle. I was just like scoping out through the woods, seeing what was there, and I wasn't seeing anything. And then all of a sudden, a monster deer came out of the woods, and I put my reticle, I put the rifle right on it, and I hesitated for a second to see just how big this thing was, because it was huge. And in that second, it took off. And I second guessed myself, and because of that, I lost the opportunity to take that animal. And that is something that, you see those opportunities, you just got to know.
Yeah.
You got to take advantage of those kind of opportunities.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, Jordan, for sharing those hunting stories. And the reason I wanted him to share is because, we all win. We all have times in our life where we win, and then we all have times in our life where we lose. And you heard the story of when he went to Montana, and he had to persevere. Like, if he would have went to that trip, I'm sure it's however long of a drive Montana is. Someone give me a geography lesson, but going to Montana, however long that is, and not getting a deer, I'm sure that would have been kind of frustrating. But it was all worth it because he got the deer, and I'm sure he showed pictures to his friends, and like he was proud of what he did. And so today we're going to be talking about winning and losing in life, and just how to have good sportsmanship. Okay, and so in my life, Jordan had his story about hunting. In my life, I've been part of teams all my life, so basketball teams, football teams, and I've been a part of teams, and I've been on a team that has won a lot. I played for North Dakota State, who won, I think, 4 or 5 national championships in a row. So they were consistent at winning. And then I've been part of teams that have lost a lot, who barely won like 2 games during the season. And it was a completely different atmosphere, but I learned a lot being on both teams, being on teams that won and being on teams that lost. But you cannot, let me tell you, you cannot let outcomes determine your happiness in life. Because if you let outcomes determine happiness in your life, you are going to be, you're just not going to be happy. You're going to be living on this roller coaster at all times. You don't want to, because you're going to be winning at times and you're going to be losing at times. Life is not always going to be perfect, just even up. So you need to keep your eyes on Jesus, okay? Because Jesus can make all of life's circumstances joyful. You can find joy in Jesus alone, because He is your foundation. He is your rock. But if you're looking at circumstances, or you're looking at wins and losses to determine your happiness, you're not going to find happiness. I mean, Paul, he's in the Bible. We talk about Paul a lot. He was formerly known as Saul. Paul, he was in jail, and he found joy in Jesus, even though he was in jail. Like, that's just, like, when I think of that, like, that circumstance, if I was in jail right now, I don't know if I would be happy. Like, I'm just being straight up honest. Like, that would be hard to find any type of happiness. But he found purpose in where he was at, and he found purpose, and he found joy in Jesus alone, and not in the circumstances of this world. And so, hopefully you get that. But so let's look to Jesus to bring us joy, and not this world, because this world can bring us happiness for a moment, or for a couple hours, or for a couple weeks, but not eternally. Jesus can bring you joy eternally. So now I want you to write in the chat right now. Tell me in the chat how you feel when you win, because I know I feel good when I win. I just do. I don't feel as good when I lose, but I feel good when I lose. I feel good when I win. So I'm sure most of us feel like I'm better than that person when I win. So you play the comparison game, and you're like, I'm better than that team, or my team is better than them, or I'm better than them. Whether that might be playing a board game, or whether that is playing a sporting event, or playing a video game against your brother, or maybe it's just getting good grades, or winning. You were the winning team in the Winter Olympics, or winning a baseball game. It feels good. Okay, whatever it is, you might feel like you have gained fame from winning. So you feel like because you won, you are more popular with your friends, that they think you're cool because you were on the winning team. You might gain power. You might gain like influence, and people might like look up to you more because you win so much. Or you might just gain assurance that you are good. You're good at whatever it is. You're good enough. So you might feel like, okay, I'm a good football player, or I'm so good at Halo that I win every time. And you feel good about that because you feel like you're good at something. Okay, whatever it may be, it makes you feel good. And if you're gonna let wins and losses determine happiness, your life, like I was saying, is going to be a roller coaster. It just is, because you're gonna have losses in your life, and you're gonna have wins in your life. Now, have you ever thought about how to win the right way? Like, is there a proper way to win? Write in the chat if you think there is or not. I want you to answer this question: how are you being a good sport when you win? So what I mean by that is, when you win, are you being prideful? Are you being like, I am the man? Like you feel so good that you're like, you're showing off to the other team and saying like, I'm better than you. Like, I just won. My team just did so good, and we just crushed you, like in hockey, 5-0. Like, we rock. You suck. You're not good for anything. We are just so much better, and you make them feel like crap. And does that just make you feel good? You're just prideful, showing off how much better you are, or are you just talking smack or whatever it is to the other team? Or are you staying quiet? Are you going in and shaking the opponent's hand after the game? Or when you go and shake the opponent's hand, are you saying, hey, good luck against whoever you're playing next? Are you giving them encouraging words, or are you going through the line and like not shaking their hands? That's if you play a sport. But this could be in life, guys. This is not just in sporting events. You're playing a family board game, and you win. Are you shoving it in their face? Like, oh, I won, I'm so much better than you. Or are you like, hey, you'll get it next time. And just like yeah, you won, but winning in a humble way. So how are you winning? Or how are you responding when you win? And I personally always think about, what would Jesus do in all of life's in my life? I just think of, what would Jesus do in this situation? I think that's a great question for you to ask in whatever situation you may be in. Whether that is, should I ask this boy or girl out, or how should I act right now? I always ask, what would Jesus do, and do what he would do, because we should want to follow him and be more like him every day. And so, ask that question, what would Jesus do? Well, I'm telling you, Jesus won, and he beat death. He performed many miracles, but he did not show it off. He did not oh, look at me, guys. I raised from the ground and conquered death. He wasn't like, oh, look at me. He performed miracles. He healed the sick. He wasn't like, hey, come bow down to me. No, he would just heal, and he would just walk away. He would not look for recognition. He would not shove it in people's faces. He was not looking at that. He was very humble in nature. And so, yeah. And so we should want to be humble as well when we win. And we should not just be super prideful and just shove it in people's faces. And I have a verse, Colossians 3:12. This is what it says. It says, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Okay, so when we win, we should do this. I know it doesn't make sense. Like, you guys think we win and you're feeling on top of the world, go celebrate. But no, you should win with humility. Okay, and so not thinking too highly of yourself in that moment. And I know it's hard to do. I really do. But you got to think of, and you have to have compassion for the other team. Now, I'm not saying compassion is like, oh, you guys, you got it next time, going up and I'll let you guys win. I'm not saying be competitive. Be competitive. But what I'm saying is be compassionate when you're walking through that line at the end of the game. Don't be so salty that you're just walking and saying not shaking their hand, because that's not having compassion for other people. Or saying wishing bad things for the other team. That's not having compassion. Maybe wishing them good luck in their next game is something you can do. Or same thing if you in a board game or a video game or whatever it may be in life. I know I'm talking a lot about sports today because that's what I'm correlating with when I talk about this, but you can correlate this with anything in your life. So, I love how I wrote this, but if you have to talk to say how good you are you really that good at it? So if you are talking about how good you are at Halo and how you can beat me, are you really that good at Halo? If you're talking about how much of a better singer you are than your friend at school, are you really that good of a singer? Okay, you might learn the hard way. You might get humbled real fast. Does LeBron James have to talk about how good he is, or do we know how good he is because of what he does on the court and people just talk about him? Okay, and so think about that, okay? You shouldn't have to talk about how good you are. Practice at whatever it is you want to be good at, and hopefully let other people talk about how good you are. You shouldn't have to talk about how good you are, because that's not being humble. That's not how. Did Jesus do that? What would Jesus do? Did he talk about how cool he was, how powerful he was? So, in Proverbs, Solomon, who's the wisest man to live, Proverbs is such a good book. You can learn so much wisdom in Proverbs, but Proverbs 27:2 says, let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. And so that's just what I was saying. Let someone else praise you. You don't have to praise yourself. You don't have to say, I'm the best, okay? Let other people notice, but be humble about it. Okay? Now, switching sides, we're going to talk about how you are when you lose. So write in the chat how you are when you lose. Do you get all sad and mopey, or do you just get like depressed? Like, how do you feel when you lose? When Jordan hunts and doesn't get a deer, he spends however many hours out there in the what's it called, blind, and he doesn't get a deer. I mean, that can't. How does he feel? I can't feel good. It just can't. You want to get a deer. You want to win at whatever you're doing. So how are you when you lose? How do you feel? Write it in the chat. I want to see what you guys are saying. Do you feel any of these things that I'm about to say? Do you feel defeated? Do you feel bad? Do you feel just worthless? Like, I'm no good at this? Not talented? Do you feel dumb? Whether that maybe you're not good at a certain subject and you don't get a good score on your test. Do you feel dumb? Do you blame, this is big, do you blame others for losing? Do you blame your teammates? At the Winter Olympics, if you were on the losing team, do you blame your teammates? Do you blame, like, oh, if I would have had Legend, or if I would have had Brendan on my team, then we would have won? Do you blame people for your loss? Or do you blame the conditions? Oh, if it wasn't so cold out, then maybe I would have won, or yeah, whatever. Or do you blame yourself? Because we don't want you to blame yourself either, okay? So instead of doing those things, you should encourage your teammates, okay, when they are feeling down. When you're down, you don't want your teammates to say how no good you are. That doesn't make you feel good. You want to encourage your teammates so they feel lifted up. I'm telling you, you feel so much lighter. If you're having a bad game or a bad day, or your team is not doing well, and when someone else is encouraging you and saying, like, let's go, you got this, I'm telling you, it's just a small word, but it can make a huge impact in how you do. I mean, working out, you're doing squats, and you're working out, and you're like, and someone's screaming at you saying, like, let's go, you got this. That little push can help you achieve that. Just one more rep. It just can. Those encouraging words can go a long way. And so whatever it is, make sure you are encouraging your teammates, encouraging your brother, encouraging your classmates, encouraging whoever it may be that needs encouraging. If they are in like a losing season in their life, encourage them, because they will not be in a losing season forever. And you can help them achieve success by being an encourager. And so, don't speak hurtful words, but speak encouraging words, because that is ultimately going to help. And so it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:11, another verse in the New Testament, it says, so encourage each other and build each other up, just as you are already doing. Okay, I know we talked about this at summer camp. If you were at summer camp probably like 2 years ago, we've talked about this verse a lot. So encourage each other and build each other up. Okay? It's such an easy verse to understand, but it's so hard to actually implement when you're in those situations of not feeling encouraged. Like if you're on that losing team at the Winter Olympics and you're like, there's just no way we're gonna come back. How are we gonna come back? Finding inside of you a way to encourage your teammates and keep on pushing, keep on going. It'll just make it more enjoyable if you would do that. So another thing, losing is an opportunity to improve. And so I've been on teams, very successful teams, where we would, if we won a game, we would celebrate that win for one night, okay? But then we would acted like we lost that game, because you learn so much more when you lose, because you learn from those mistakes that you did. You can look back and be like, okay, what can I do better to improve my chances of winning next time? And so make sure when you lose, don't just moan and groan learn from that experience, because you can learn so much from losing. And so take that loss and learn from it. It's a learning experience, and learning experiences are not bad things. And so losing is not always a bad thing. It just isn't. And I know it's hard for you to understand that, but it's not, because you can learn and you can become better at life through those experiences. So, I have another verse. Paul writes this in Philippians 2:14. It says, do everything without grumbling or arguing. We're talking about losing right now. Do everything without grumbling or arguing. So whatever it is that you guys are competing in, or don't grumble and argue. Like, if you lose, don't argue. Don't make a fuss about it. Don't sit there and just like pout because you're losing, because that is not doing anything. That is not helping your team achieve success. It just isn't. So yeah, you shouldn't. Just accept the loss, move on, learn from it. You look back at it and be like, okay, how can this not happen next time? How can I be on the other end, be the winning team? So yes, grumbling and complaining doesn't help anything. It just doesn't move you down the field. The Nebraska football team, they have this pregame prayer that they've done for a long time. Like, I don't even know, 1970s probably it started. And I know when I was at NDSU, we did this prayer. But what I'm saying today, this prayer talks about it all. So learning how to win, like being a humble winner, and then encouraging your teammates I talked about, and I talked about not complaining when you lose, and just accepting it and learning from that experience. And this prayer does such a good job. And so if you can look this up or write it down or take a picture of the TV screen when it's on there, I just think it's such a good little prayer that we did pregame. And so I'm going to read it with a little fire, just to like we did back in the day when I was playing. But here's how it goes. So we're going to put it up on the screen, I think. Dear Lord, the battles we go through life, we ask for a chance that's fair, a chance to equal our stride, a chance to do or dare. If we should win, let it be by the code. Faith and honor held high. If we should lose, we'll stand by the road and cheer as the winners go by. Day by day, we get better and better till we can't be beat. We won't be beat. Okay, and so let's read that. I'm going to read it again. It says, Dear Lord, the battles we go through life, we ask for a chance that's fair, a chance to equal our stride, a chance to do or dare. If we should win, let it be by the code. Faith and honor held high. If we should lose, we'll stand by the road and cheer as the winners go by. Day by day, we get better and better till we can't be beat. We won't be beat. I mean, the biggest thing I want you guys to learn from this right here is two things. If we should win, let it be by the code. Faith and honor held high. Okay, and then if we should lose, we'll stand by the road and cheer as the winners go by. Okay, so we lose, guys, go through that line, clap the hands. If your brother beats you in a video game, hey, congratulate them. You have another opportunity tomorrow when you play Halo again. All right. Be a good sport. It's hard to do, guys, but I know you can do it. So I know I talked a lot about sports today. If you're not into sports, you can correlate this to anything in your life. Okay, whether that's musically, hunting, if you're an actor, if you're in school and for your academics, whatever, you can correlate this to your life, just life in general. Because you can say you win in life, lose in life, so whatever it is. So I'm going to pray, and then we're going to be back up to talk about who the winner is of the challenge, what the new challenge is, And yeah, so we'll back up. So let's pray. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you just for the opportunity to speak through this camera. I just pray that when we are in these competitive situations in life, that we would think about what would you do, Jesus, and that we would apply your truth to our life, and that we would walk in a humble manner when we win, and when we lose, that we would take that as a learning experience, because it's a trial and we can learn from those. And I just pray that you would give us the courage to keep on going, to when we lose, to get back up and not quit. So I pray that you would give us all courageousness, because sometimes we all need that. And I just pray that, I just thank you for your grace and mercy that's new every day. And we love you. We love all of you guys. So in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
So,
Joey,
Lily.
I want to go play all the sports now.
I know, I do
I'm
too.
fired up.
Yeah.
How did you guys do that prayer when you were?
I didn't
How
do
did
it
you
good.
do it?
I didn't do it. That's the
How'd
thing.
you
I was
do
in the
it?
background.
Were you like?
I was just following along, but no, it amped me up. But it was more the words for me. I'm more of a reflector, and like.
Well, how
it's
did you
just-
feel when you would pray?
I mean, I feel ready,
That's great.
but yeah.
Ready to go.
I was just
But
ready
it taught
to
you
go.
a lot.
It did.
That's so good.
Yeah, it taught me
So
a
good
lot.
to hear about. These kids are about to either get so excited that they won the challenge or so not excited.
I know, and so this is a
We
perfect
give
opportunity.
them an opportunity for that every week, though.
We do.
We do.
Every week.
So this is great.
And if you,
great
it's a
things to
perfect
implement.
learning opportunity. Like those of you that are like, oh, I should have won.
Yeah,
This is what
Totally.
the teaching was about.
love it.
So
So good.
the winner is, drum roll please, Legend Mendenhall. Congratulations.
I mean, seriously, Legend, great job. You really did awesome.
You really did.
Way
I
to
mean,
put,
the
you put in a
log
lot of work.
cabin, working from 9 to 7, you said you were, and then the editing. That video, I love when you were like, boom, boom, boom. That was super cool.
Great job, Legend.
So great job with that, Legend. Congratulations. The next challenge. I know you're all wondering what the next challenge is.
The next challenge
It is the best.
The best.
How do I put it? How would I, best
Okay, so
photo?
yes,
Graph?
photograph.
Best photograph.
Look at this photograph.
And I'm okay.
Do you know who sings that?
No,
I think it's like Nickelback. Oh, not good.
no, not good at all.
No? Nickelback? Okay. Okay, so young photographers.
Young photographers.
You may
So-
or may not have an iPhone or something to take pictures with.
But I'm sure you can find
You
an
can
iPhone
find something.
or find Samsung.
Polaroid,
Those of you that don't have
Samsung,
iPhones,
Droids.
Droids,
Polaroid.
Polaroid, or
Disposable camera.
iPads, or a real camera, or whatever
Yeah,
type of camera.
DSLR.
You can use whatever, but
GoPro.
best photograph. I'm not giving you much more than that, because the reason I'm not giving you much more than that is I love to see your guys' creativity, because it brings out the best in you guys. If I tell you to take a photograph with you in the picture, great, but I want to just see what you guys come up with these
I'm
photographs.
saying,
And
like,
so best
Yeah,
photograph.
best photograph. I'm saying like be creative, put in effort. Like we want to see these pictures and see that you put in effort. Like maybe you'll go the extra mile and try to edit it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
Yep.
if you have red eye, you'll try to figure out how to take it out. I don't know. You don't have to do those things, but we will be looking for.
We will.
We'll be
We will
looking
be
for those who
looking
take the extra
at the
mile.
little details. We will have real photographers look at these
So
pictures.
selfies are allowed.
Selfies are allowed.
Okay.
Pictures of the landscape of
Yeah.
the world, they're allowed. Pictures of
Your grandma.
your grandma,
You know, you could like here's
Something
the
in
thought. I'm
action.
curious, yeah, something in action.
something in action.
You could try to portray, like this is just a thought, but this is the extra mile like we're talking about. You could try to portray 2020 in a picture.
Ooh.
And like that's what creativity is. Like you're trying to communicate something in one single frame.
Yeah.
Remember, they say a picture's worth
1,000 words.
1,000 words. So let it be worth 2,000.
So, yes. Great job. Thank you, Lily. So that is the challenge. Super excited for what you guys come up with.
Wait, I have one more thing to say.
Yes, Lily.
Make sure that when you send your challenge submission photo in, you might not be in it, so make sure we know it's from you. Got you, Joey.
Thank you.
I know.
I appreciate it.
You're
She
welcome.
helps me out so much. We love you guys. We had so much fun with you guys, but this one has to be over, and we will see you next week. So have a good one. See ya.